It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see DJ Moore. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Vikings and the Giants on Thursday night primetime.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a 1st down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Richardson looking to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Richardson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Anthony Richardson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 83 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing Jones. He'll find Hodgins there complete. Touchdown, Giants! Isaiah Hodgins, 34 yards. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Richardson, and the throw here caught by Addison. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Richardson. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Third and 1, Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Seven, our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Here Richardson yet again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Richardson. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Barton.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are the Vikings to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Richardson to the air on 1st down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Richardson back to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 41 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games do.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. To the sideline and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. A final shot before the half. Richardson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears as they'll square off against the New York Jets. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Green Bay Packers. We saw a strong first half of play from quarterback Mac Jones. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Richardson to throw off play action. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Richardson looking to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They work now on 2nd and 9. Richardson looking to throw this. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Now Richardson. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but he looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that 1st down in the process. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Richardson. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Richardson. Quick slant caught by Moore. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Back to throw. Richardson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Now Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Phillips. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's a cornerback in for the sack. Tre'Davious White. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now Austin. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Finding room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Here's Richardson to throw. Right back to Pitts again. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short, and this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up forcing the incompletion.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st down, Richardson. Got a man, it's London. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. On the counter, this is Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Richardson back to throw it. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hang on a second here because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Richardson to the air on 1st down. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. This pass is caught by London. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Throws right back to London. Complete again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You've got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Giants now down by 2, 2:15 remaining. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down. Jones now throwing on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it was really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Jones. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Here's Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To throw is Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Caught here by Griffin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A big play here. 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Barkley will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now it's the Vikings' turn. Trailing by 5. 34 seconds to go.
Ready, set.
Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Now Richardson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he'll have a first down to the 45, but the tackle comes inbounds. Here's Richardson. Looking for London on the out route complete. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Giants, their good start continues as they get their record